Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, or if this is your first time here then hello and welcome. So today I have a really awesome Makeup Revolution haul slash try on. So just to be a bit transparent, I am part of a kind of Revolution creating content kind of thing, and when you reach certain tiers you're given a voucher to buy whatever you want from Revolution, and I finally reached the top tier and that meant that I got a £100 gift voucher. So I had to use it all in one go. So today I'll just show you guys what I got, and then also we're going to try on a ton of new stuff. So I have had this for about 2 weeks now because I haven't had a chance to kind of try anything on Mum Life. So I haven't really had a chance to try some of the new stuff. But since getting this stuff, they've released a ton of new products as well. So I'm not completely up to date, but I do really want to purchase some of their new stuff. It's just I have all of this right now, and because Revolution are a brand that constantly come out with stuff like every couple of days, they do need to pace themselves. So let me show you guys what I got first. Okay, so the first thing that we have is the Amalfi Glow. So this is a face, eye and lip kind of multi-use palette. So this is obviously going to be great for like you know, your cheeks and your lips and your eyes and stuff. So I believe it's like all-in-one type thing, and it's really nice and compact. It's very like summery, which is kind of almost up my street, but yeah, I'm excited to try this because it looks really nice. And then we have a kiss stick. So this is this is a Pout Pow. So this is a lip balm. I mainly got this because I want to use it before I go to bed, because I do use one by, is it Daisy? They're like, you can get them in Superdrug and stuff, and it's the kind of like big roll one that you use, and I use them before I go to bed. So this one I'm intrigued to try. So this is in the shade Vanilla Mochi. That's very interesting. Next we have a hairbrush. I need a brush for when I'm like going to work and stuff, because my hair is always a mess, and also I need to be quite presentable when I'm at work. So I've got a travel hairbrush. It's like a detangler, and most of these things were on sale as well, so that's why probably I was able to get quite a few things, not in the sense of how like Beauty Crop do their like £1.50s and stuff. These were just more like £1 or £2 off a couple of things. Next we have the I Heart Revolution under eye patches honeydew milk tea. So these are, yeah, under eye patches, and I Heart Revolution came out with like a milk tea like themed stuff out. So they had like some eyeshadow palettes and blushes and stuff, and again I didn't really need anything and I really want to try some under eye patches. So these are infused with matcha and green tea, so let's hope they help these under eye bags. Next we have a brush. So this is a Angled Issues foundation brush, and I'm always kind of looking for a good foundation brush because the ones I have, I think I've been kind of using them for a long time and they're kind of a bit too, like, they're kind of getting to the end of like the wear of it, but yeah, I'm intrigued to see how that works. Next, eyeshadow palette. So this is kind of one that I don't have because the other palettes I have, and I don't really need any more eyeshadow palettes, but I thought, you know what, I need to up my basket a bit because I get so much from Revolution. Like, I personally buy a lot of stuff as well, so then I was kind of struggling to find stuff. So yeah, this is the Forever Flawless Temptation palette. I will try and use this today. Next we have a shadow stick by Love Revolution. So this is a metallic eyeshadow, and this is in the shade Bronze. Yeah, so this is nice and tiny. Next we have a brand new item. This is the Contour and Blend in the shade Light. So you've got the contour on the end and the mini brush, which is always very helpful. Let's hope it doesn't take off my foundation, because that's kind of what I'm always worried about, but you can always obviously use your own brush if you want to. Next we have a Glass Halo. So this is a highlighter stick, and I think this is more like a different version of their kind of jelly highlighter things. I think it's meant to be more kind of duochrome type stuff. Next, this is an old product that I wanted to repurchase. So this is a setting powder, and this is in the shade Vanilla. So I really like this setting powder. I like to have mattified skin, especially for me, for like longevity. And yeah, this is a powder that I have enjoyed in the past, and so I had to pick it up again. Next we have a liner pal. So this is a push for wow liner. This is a liquid eyeliner basically, and you can never have too many, and I do really like their formula when it comes to them. Yeah, the tip on them just tend to be really good. So yeah, I'm hoping this will be just as good. Next we have the Relove Revolution Eyelight. So this is another metallic eyeshadow, but this is like a liquid version. So I'm assuming, obviously this is like the stick version, and then we've got the liquid one. The liquid one came out much earlier than the other one, but yeah, I'm intrigued to see how they kind of differ. Next we have the Relove Revolution Gummy PH Lip and Cheek Stain. So this was like £1.50 or something, and I was like, you know what, I just want to give it a try. And I'm not the biggest fan of PH products, and this is basically another version of like their stick jelly things. Are obviously meant to dupe like the milk makeup jelly blushes, but yeah, I thought I would just give it a go to see what it's like. We've got a couple more things left. We have a really old school IRL filter finish lip liner. So this is in the shade, where is it gone? Caramel syrup. So I have a few of these already. They're just really creamy. They blend out really nicely. It's not the plumping one. The plumping ones are just, I don't understand why you would need a plumping lip liner. It's just not really for me. The one that I have is nice. It's just not really that beneficial for me. Next we have the Hydra Base Cream to Water Primer. So I've been really intrigued to try this. But yeah, I will try it today, see what it's like. Next we have a Pout Balm. So this is in the shade Mocha Shine. So it's just like a lip balm, that's like a tinted lip balm basically. This was like really, really affordable, and that's why I picked it up. And then we've got two products left now. So I have another shade of their new Lasting Kiss Liquid Matte Stain, and this is in the shade Rosebud Pink. I do that because I can't see, so when I do that I can actually see much better. Like I have a lazy eye in one eye obviously, so that's why I look weird doing that. But yeah, I have another shade which is absolutely stunning. They are quite drying, like, you know, if you're not a fan of liquid lipsticks, this is probably not the best thing for you. But I love liquid lipsticks because of the longevity. But yeah, this is another shade, so I was really happy about that. And then the last thing is a brow product. So this is their, what's it called again? The Wrap Brow Tubing Brow Gel in the shade Black. So ebony black, yeah. So I really wanted to give this a go. So yeah, that was everything that I got in this haul. Let me kind of get everything together, and then we'll actually move on to trying on the makeup. Okay, so let's start off with the Hydra Base. So this is a cream to water hydrating primer. Oh, looks like it's already exploded. Okay, so I don't know if this is a dupe for the Bobbi Brown cream thing, so let's give this a try. I have kind of very combination skin, so sometimes it can be very oily, sometimes it can be very drying, obviously depending on the weather. But let's kind of get this everywhere. I'm not going to go too crazy. I really want it to settle in. Yeah, that's feeling like really hydrating, so I'm going to let that settle in for just a moment. So let's go on to the Wrap Brow. So I'm going to be very careful using this because my brows are very like all over the place anyway. So let's see how big the doe foot is. Okay, it's not too crazy big, so let's see how we go, because again, I never do anything to my brows. I tend to mainly just use a clear brow gel because my brows are kind of so insane as it is. I just want to add like a tiny amount, but I don't want them to look like too black, if that makes any sense, because they are black in general, but this is like really pigmented. I just don't want to look like I have crazy brows. So let's just kind of let that settle in. It's kind of gone on fine. It's looking okay. I'm not going to touch it because I feel like it hasn't dried down yet. I've got my fan on because it's extremely warm today. But yeah, I'll see if it kind of like settles down by itself. So let's go on to the Super Dewy Skin Tint. I wanted to use my kind of my Silk Skin foundation, but I couldn't find it. I have no idea where it's gone. So I'm just going to use my Skin Tint. So yeah, when I say it's new, for me, it's still like, it's not past the kind of couple of weeks, months kind of thing. If stuff has been out for a week, then it's kind of like old news. They're not like, you know, Colourpop used to be really crazy when it came out with their new stuff, but I thought Revolution kind of calmed down a bit, but they're still coming out with like a ton of stuff constantly, which is a bit difficult to keep up with, because especially me wanting to try a lot of their stuff, like the new stuff that they have is kind of like a mochi type, like blush and, you know, eyeshadows and stuff like that, which seems really, really nice. But if I had maybe waited a day or two to use my voucher, I would have been like, oh, I'll get that. But because they don't announce things until they've actually released it, it's a bit difficult to kind of like wait for something to come out, because they come out with stuff so frequently. Like I mentioned, that it's difficult to kind of think that they're going to come out with something and then that they probably don't. And with my voucher, I had to use it all in one go, so I couldn't be like, oh, I'll spend £20 here, or, you know, £30 here. So it took me like a good while to kind of fill up my basket, which I'm extremely grateful for. But yeah, I've been making like tons of content. If you ever follow me on my Instagram or my TikTok, you will see that I have like a lot of Revolution stuff, because obviously I've been wanting to like up my points and stuff like that, which is a great kind of incentive, obviously. But I've been, yeah, I think I'm at like the top tier. I don't know if they will kind of add any more tiers. It would be good if they could. But anyway, let's go on to concealer, and I'm just going in with one of my favorites, which is the Skin Silk Under Eye Concealer, because the tint itself has done a really decent job to kind of cover everything up. I'm just going to add like a tiny bit, and I still love using this because of the metal doe foot. It's really cooling, and it is just a nice concealer as well. Okay, so let's go on to our cream contour now. Please pray for me, because when it comes to contour, I am not the best, but I just really wanted to give this a go. So yeah, it's in the shade Light, and I believe they came out with like 3 or 4 shades. So I'm going to just go in and blend it out with the brush to see if the brush will actually be beneficial. I like how affordable this is as well. Let's give the brush a feel. The brush is quite like it's a stipple brush, so it's quite like a dense brush. So let's blend this in to see how it will work. I do like brushes with products, but I find it a bit difficult to sometimes having to remember to clean it. I don't know if anyone else has this issue. So when obviously you're waiting to, when you're like cleaning all your brushes, but then you have your products that have the brushes with them, and then you always forget to clean them, and obviously it's quite unhygienic to like leave something uncleaned for like a while, because it will gather bacteria. But when it comes to stuff like this, they should, you know, I like the benefits of having it. It's just sometimes like, oh, I need to remember to like clean my brush as well. Okay, so this is fine. I mean, I think I've done okay. I haven't like left a streak. It's not taken off my tint that I can see. So let's kind of move on to blush. So I'm actually going to use the multi-use palette. So let's have a quick look inside of it, because it is really pretty. So on this side you've got cream products, and then on this side you have your powders. So I will, like in the future, not today, use this as eyeshadow, but today I will just use, without getting any of my nails into it, a blush. So I'm kind of feeling this shade, because it's a really nice like rosy mauve shade, and I love that type of blushes. So, oh, pigmented. Okay, I love me a pigmented blush. As we know, we sometimes go a little bit crazy, but I'm just using a really small brush from what they call Spectrum brushes. So let's start this on. Yeah, I like the fact that this palette has multiple different shades. So it's essentially suitable for everyone. And of course you can use like the cream on your eyes and your lips and stuff. I will obviously use different products today, but once I use something for a certain part of my body or my face, I'm not going to use it anywhere else, because I'm very particular when it comes to my skin, because of my rosacea, and I don't want to like give myself any more issues in my face than I need. So that's a really nice It's a really nice blush. There are a couple of other ones that I would have used this. I think for the moment this is like totally fine. So let's go onto the Glass Halo. I'm really excited to try this. This is in the shade. If I find the shade, I'll put it here. But let's give this a quick swatch because I don't really see. I see a little bit. I see a little bit. I don't see anything too crazy. Let's get this on. I do like the other one, like the glass one. It's a beautiful highlighter, but this doesn't really seem to be giving me much. And it doesn't feel, it feels like a little bit tacky, but it's not crazy tacky. That's okay. It's not the most amazing highlighter. Like I said, the other one is much better. I'm not really sure what this is supposed to be doing compared to the other ones. But you can still see it. It makes me look a little bit too shiny, like I'm just spin sweating. But it's okay. I'm just disappointed you can't really see it on my hand, because with the other one, it's really bright and it's really shiny. Yeah. Let's move on to eyes now. Going on to eyes, this is the Temptation palette, and I do have the cherry one, which is really nice. So this has got some really nice, like, just nudes. It's not anything too crazy. I just wanted a palette to kind of, actually, you know what, I can see this right now, and the blush is looking really insane. I think I might have gone a bit too crazy, but let's just carry on because I can't even see it that well on my phone. So yeah, let's just go on with the eyeshadow. So the formulas for these are really just like nice and simple. I don't think they're anything like too crazy. These palettes cost like £10, maybe less than that. But yeah, let's go in with Sandstone just here. And I think it's been a while since I've actually tried an eyeshadow palette. I just really haven't purchased any new ones because every time I do a declutter, I have like, I still keep so many because I just can't seem to let them go. But I feel like I need to do another declutter soon. I have just done one like a few months ago, but I just, yeah, I think I've just kept stuff for like no reason. So the first shade, Sandstone, is really nice. It's just like a little transition shade. So let's go into, well, Desert is still quite similar. I'm just going to add a little bit of that just into the kind of crease of my lid. And we're just going to up it a bit. So let's blend that in. The palettes that I really like are the ones that are kind of like duping Patrick Tar and Makeup by Mario and stuff. They're really gorgeous. Like, they're just really pigmented. Again, they're super affordable. You can't go wrong with those palettes. They are very kind of like, they will fall apart quite quickly because one of the shimmers that I had has fallen out of the pan, which is really sad. But you know what? They're like £8, and hopefully in the future I might pick up another one because they are really good. Let's go in with Charmer just here, and that is a bit more of a darker shade. So I'm going to take like the tiniest amount and just kind of deepen up my outer corner. I'm not going to use my liner today because I'm just doing like a really simple eyeshadow look, so I'm not going to do anything too insane. And now we're just going to end the look with a shimmer, and I feel like going in with Quartz just here. And what I might do is like on my like TikTok or something, I'll do like a closer up of this palette, because it seems like a really nice palette. And again, I think it's not even like £10-12. The shimmers and the everything is just really great, and I do love the cherry palette as well. Like, those shades are like right up my street, and then they blend out so nicely. So yeah, that's a nice palette. It's not new, it's a bit older compared to some of the other things that I have today, and I probably should have used this one, but I was like, you know what, I've got the palette and I might as well just use it. So yeah, let's end on the lips now. So we're going to go with our lip liner, which is, again, like I said, in the shade Caramel Syrup. So let's get this on. So yeah, I really like retractable liners because every time I sharpen my other ones, I completely ruin them. So yeah, let's get this on. It's a nice light pink, so let's go. Okay, and to end everything off, I am going to use the Pout Balm because it's meant to be quite pigmented. So This is in the shade Mocha Shine. It smells of mint, which I find quite strange because I don't think it's meant to be plumping. Yeah, let's give this a whirl. Ooh. Okay, that's pigmented. I would have been like, oh, maybe this I could like wear to bed or something. This is not a bed type of lip. And this is actually quite tingling. It doesn't say anywhere that this tingles. So it just says like Glossy Shine Lip Balm. Highly pigmented melting lip balm with high shine gloss finish. I swear this has got like some kind of like tingling effect in it. Wasn't expecting that. I mean, it's not unpleasant, it's just more kind of, I'm a bit confused as to like why it is like that. But anyway, this is my finished look. It's fine, it's great. Always love using Revolution because of how affordable they are. Like I said, they're constantly coming up with stuff, so it's a little bit difficult to constantly try everything as much as I want to, because again, that mochi stuff is next on my to purchase list. I'm just not obviously in any rush. I don't even have any time to film all of this, but yeah, everything that I've used I feel like is fine. The only thing is maybe that glass halo thing, which I think when I looked in the mirror, it looks so much better than it does like on my camera. It is like shiny, and the blush, I can't see the blush on my phone. Maybe when I re-watch, when I'm editing, it will be a bit more prominent. We'll see. But yeah, I don't have any complaints really about anything. I'm really intrigued to try this a lot more because it's just got a lot of stuff that I feel would be really interesting, like an all-in-one type palette. The primer is really nice. It is very, very hydrating. So if you do have dry skin, this is great because I feel like it will give your skin a lot more softness. The contour, I'm a little bit here and there about. I didn't see major benefits to it, and the brush gets dirty obviously really quickly, like I said, so you have to remember to constantly clean it. The wrap brow is like my eyebrows are popping which is fine. Yeah, that's it, that's fine. I mean, the haul was pretty good. I feel like I picked up quite a few good things, but yeah, let me know what you picked up from Revolution recently. Are you still purchasing them? Are you not? What you're buying next? But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you do ever want to buy anything from Revolution, I do have an affiliate code. It's always in my description, and yeah, I appreciate you if you do. If you don't, I still appreciate you. And yeah, please don't forget to follow me on any of my social medias because I am always active on there. You'll see some close-ups and different looks and stuff, and yeah, I hope to see you very soon. Bye.